Ladies and gentlemen, our fourth match on this edition of Dojo Wars
I just said
is
that.
scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit
30
to
minutes.
a finish.
Wow. It's a well-dressed man and his not well-dressed companion. Smart enough to wear a black blazer, like myself. Got to appreciate. Oh, he's really going to make my colleague Noah Anthony hold the ropes for him. Not a great start if you're trying to make a good first impression. If this was a job interview, he'd be right out.
And their opponents.
I feel so seen. The man dressed as a reverse McDonald's, jumping into the ring. A and B, thing one and thing two, and I mean that in a very respectful way. He's coming out here with Family Matters references. Already, I'm sold on this guy. Laura, dude, Laura.
Ladies and gentlemen, our fourth match on this edition of Dojo Wars is scheduled for one fall to a finish with a 30-minute time limit. It is a part of the Dojo Wars Tag Team Championship Round Robin Series. Our referee for this contest is Miss Felicia Keys.
Felicia Keys?
Introducing first to my right, they currently have a record of 1 win and no losses in the A block. First, from Ecuador, he is the Ecuadorian Nightmare, Adrian Santos. His tag team partner is fighting out of the top floor of the highest building in a city you could only dream of living in. Greg Jones presents, featuring Greg Jones, he is the greatest man alive, Greg Jones!
Obviously, Greg Jones never met Malcolm X.
Team of greatest men alive, Incorporated.
Good for them for getting some kind of legal protection. I mean, I would have gone legal limited liability corp, but you know.
Their opponents to my left are competing in their first of 3 matches in the round robin round. They are the team of Jose and Jose B, Team España.
They seem like they could be soccer hooligans.
A very interesting scenario here, Rissa, where Team España in the knockout round, we had basically a qualifying round in the Dojo Wars Tag Team Tournament to get it down to 8 teams from 16. Team España actually lost to Greatest Man Alive Incorporated a little over a month ago in the knockout round. But through some fate and some poor management by Meatbag of the Endless, we ended up with an open spot in the tournament. Team España found their way into the tournament.
They've got a chance at redemption here, and I think they're going to milk it for all it's worth.
And that's exactly what we got here, a chance at redemption when it matters more. The world-traveled the East Coast, well-known tag team specialist, Team España, A and B here, looking to pick up a victory, even the score, if you will, with Greatest Man Alive Incorporated. Greg Jones in there with A to start off. You know, Greg Jones may look like a small young man, still growing into his body, but Greg Jones is a very formidable competitor. You know, B was riffing with him a little bit earlier in the ring introductions, talking about how he was Steve Urkel and not quite Stefan Urkel. But Greg Jones...
You know what? It took Steve Urkel years and years to develop Stefan Urkel. So, you know, to each their own. When they're ready, it'll happen.
I was just going to say, pointing out the strength of Greg Jones, flooring A there with that shoulder block, and just like that, A moved out of the way. Jones hit the canvas hard.
Wow.
Another pinning combination, 1-2. No, only a 1-2 count there.
2 count.
Says referee Felicia Keys.
Greg
A charges Jones in the corner. Jones backdrops him to the apron. Blocked. Oh. A step up enziguri by A. Santos charging. A bearing a shoulder right to the midsection. Flips himself back into the center of the ring. Jones tries for a clothesline. Full Nelson slam.
Oh, that was a heck of a slam.
Very patriotic maneuver there by Jose. Only a 2 count. You know, I'd be remiss in the early stages of this contest to not only talk about the fact that just a couple weeks ago, Greg Jones and Adrian Santos own a win over Team España, but just last week in their first matchup in this 3-match series as a part of the round robin, Adrian Santos and Greg Jones, they pinned DJ Hyde when they beat both DJ Hyde and Torrey Castillo. Wow. They picked up a humongous victory for their dossier, if you will.
Wow. So they've got all the confidence in the world coming into this.
And right now they believe it's their tournament to lose. They've defeated Team España in the past. They've defeated Karen Bam Bam and Nevaeh Chantel countless times in the past. Right now, Greatest Man Alive Incorporated is in the catbird seat, but Team España looking to answer that right now. Having all sorts of trouble. A with the cover.
And
B and A working together in tandem there, Marissa.
They're doing great. And you gotta assume they know each other incredibly well at this point, can predict each other's move. It's almost like a dance. These two are they're like flamenco dancers. They are just mesmerizing to watch because they know each other so well.
España making a little comedy act out of Adrian Santos' predicament. That kick into a Russian leg sweep with a float over only yields a 2 count here.
What is the strategy here? If you're up against these two guys, and knowing that they know each other so well, and they have that fluidity and they have that synchronicity, how do you counter that?
What worked last time for Greg Jones and Adrian Santos was to weather the storm, let A and B kind of get a little bit of confidence, rope-a-dope them, if you will, and then utilize whatever opening they could find to isolate and basically interrogate just a single competitor. And just like that, Greg Jones found that opening, pulled the ankle of A.
Oh, and he gets answered for it.
But A was prepared for it.
Oh.
And when A took his eye off of Santos, that's all the moment Santos
the referee
needed.
is distracted, and oh my gosh.
And
this
now,
is painful to watch.
Greatest Man Alive Incorporated have isolated one member of Team España, and B is not doing his partner any favors right now. In a round-robin tournament, Rissa, it's very important to note that a one loss doesn't knock you out of the entire thing. It's your performance over the course of 3 matches, and right now, Greg Jones and Adrian Santos, if they were to pick up a victory here today, you could argue that in next Friday night, they're just basically waiting to be entering into the finals of the Dojo Wars Tag Team Championship Tournament.
Oh.
And they're certainly fighting like this victory means the world to them right now. Santos driving an elbow, a whole bunch of tandem offense, and B resorting to do nothing but try and save his partner.
I don't know that he had a choice at that point. I mean, they were just doing serious damage to Jose's core. I mean, he's going to be feeling that for the rest of the match. That's where the seat of the power is for every move that you do. And now he's doubled over in pain.
Jones now chopping away at A in the corner. A very interesting circumstance with how these matches are staggered over the course of the 3 weeks. We had one match from each bracket last week, two matches in each bracket this week. So we kind of will see one team kind of have two matches already under their belt.
Right.
Going into next week, or two teams already have two matches, while another team will have to compete next week. So Team España will have to win 3 matches in basically the course of 8 days.
Wow.
Or if they want to become the Dojo Wars Tag Team Champions, it's just a poor luck of the draw.
Yeah, that is unfortunate, and they are going to be putting their bodies through the paces in order to get those victories, if they can even get those victories.
Yeah, so next week, Team España will meet Karen Bam Bam and Nevaeh Chantel on Thursday, and then on Friday they will meet DJ Hyde and Tori Castillo. Win, lose, or draw here tonight.
Oh my gosh.
The teams with the best record in each of the 2 brackets will meet in the finals, and Adrian Santos looking to kind of end the chances of any of the other teams with a victory here tonight. Snapmare and then a big spine kick now by Santos.
Oh my gosh. I hope Team España has some personal days they can take, because they're going to need them after this.
To borrow a phrase from a commentator well beyond my years, Adrian Santos right now is en fuego, as if he's a bit of magma coming out from a volcanic liquid right now, just attempting to take out Jose in this contest.
And he's just been taking it the entire match. Jose B has been trying to get in, and it's just not been happening. He's got to get his buddy out of there at this point. I mean, how much more can the guy take?
The pride of Ecuador. What kind of national headlines would he make if he were to be one of the very first men or women to become Dojo Wars Tag Team Champion in the 6-year history of Dojo Wars? Nearly 6-year history. Only the 2nd title introduced.
I mean, it's got to be something that he's really relishing the opportunity for.
Santos underneath Jones, and A somehow, someway making the tag. In comes B. Big splash in the corner. Jones charges, misses with a splash himself. B has both Jones and Santos isolated. And a big back body drop.
The air on that. Oh my
Greg
God.
Jones flopping around like a fish.
Can you blame him?
Santos tries to reverse, B over the back, and a little bit of bubble bomb there.
Oh, his buns. His poor buns.
Adrian Santos perhaps going to need a little bit of a bubble for his damaged coccyx after that move.
He's going to be
It's a medical term. Look it up.
He's going to be sitting on some frozen peas tonight.
Big scoop and a slam.
I know.
He better hope Greg Jones allows him to utilize that luxury suite. At the tip top, a big moonsault catches both Santos and Jones. Hose B clearing house of both Greg Jones and Adrian Santos.
Only a 2, but he's got
The
time.
confidence of Greatest Man Alive Incorporated at an all-time high. They're firing on all cylinders. I can't imagine that they expected this type of challenge from a team they've already beat.
Well, that's the gamble that you take when you isolate one member of a team. If you can't finish that one person off and they manage to get their fresh partner in, the both of you have just spent the entire match in there with the first person. So you have a completely fresh competitor coming in, and they're got to be feeling some kind of fatigue at this point.
And Jones over the back on B there with a jaw jacker. Oh wait, step up into Gary. He just got his own partner, Adrian Santos. Jones eats a kick.
Oh.
B in there.
Jose B.
They plant Adrian Santos.
Jose.
This could be it. 1, 2, 3. And a big upset. Team España picks up a victory.
Team España must be feeling pretty amazing right now. Sí, uno.
9 minutes, 19 seconds. Your winners of the match, Team España.
With a lovely hug. You gotta feel good about that. I mean, it's just great to see these two guys win it. I mean, they really went and left everything in the ring. My lord. To take nothing away from Greg Jones and Adrian Santos, it was a hard match.
A little bit of a measure of revenge, if you will. Kind of evening the score with Greatest Man Alive Incorporated, but more importantly, picking up the very first win of potentially 3, but a big 8 days ahead of you, young men. 2 matches next week, a potential 3rd if you survive to the finals, and at the end of the road, the very first Dojo Wars Tag Team Champions.
How sweet it is to get revenge on GMA. You embarrassed us today when it mattered, today when it was on the line. You embarrassed them. Now let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Hey, Devil, how do you eat an elephant?
How do you eat an elephant? I don't know.
1 bite at a time.
That's fair.
How do you win a tournament?
1 match at a time.
1 match at a time. And it takes 1. And that was 3.
All right, so next Thursday, you guys 2-on-2 with Karen Bam Bam and Nevaeh Chantel. And then at the Super Show, DJ Hyde and Tori Castillo. A big case, a big 8 days. Good luck, young men.
Thank you very much.
Team España!
Team España, everyone, and what a wonderful guiding philosophy. You do it 1 match at a time.